Hello, IsraTech community. So today we are looking at an easy to implement AI chatbot, which we actually used in our recent clients project to save 10 hours of daily manual customer support. How does that sound? 10 hours of customer support and we're replaced by just this simple AI chatbot that we built. So what we did is that we installed an AI-based chatbot on the website to serve customer inquiries, like basically customer service, but it's on a chatbot that we just added onto the website, and that gives instant and improved response without any physical support behind it. And we use it by leveraging the Gradient.ai newly released Accelerator blocks. And I'm going to show you how this works. So before that, I want to tell you about this Gradient.ai company and what they did. So, currently there is a common use case, which is RAG. You probably have heard about it. So, what Bradley AI did is that they have created these powerful accelerator blocks. This one right here. And I'm going to take you down through each one of them and I will see how they work right from the interface and right from the code down here. I'm going to show you how it works. So, it will serve everyone. And a tech person and a non tech person can still use this resource. All right. So what Gradient did is that they created these accelerator models. You see right here, 5 of them. We have personalization, Q&A, sentiment analysis, document summarization, and entity extraction. We will see all these in the interface and how each one goes into action, how it works in real life. All right. And I'm also going to take you through how it works, how everything goes through. This is just the workflow, how we upload a document, how it gets questioned, and how it goes saved in the index and gets indexed, and then how we got the response. It's really nice. So this is what we're going to do. So if you want to use this tool right here, it's really free. You don't have to submit anything. You basically need to create an account and go through your workspace and see how it works. This is what we're going to do in now next few minutes. So if you're new and you don't have an account, you're probably going to click login and to bring you to a create an account page. So you basically require a few details: first name, last name, email, and password. Hit create your account and it take you to a login page where you're basically going to enter those details again and access your workspace. Now, for me, I have an account already and I'm just going to go to my login page. You can see right here, the extension says login. Just click login. Probably want me to click to enter the reCAPTCHA. Just click that, hit login, takes me to my workspace, and I'm going to go to select. So this is a workspace list. For me currently, I just have one, test one for the purpose of this video, but you can create multiple workspaces as much as you want. So can be as much as customers as you have, and then you create different workspaces. So let's go with this right now. So go to workspace. So this is how the interface looks like. Now, you will see all this working right here, and everything that we do here, we will also be able to do it in Visual Studio Code, where we will be using the API provided by Gradient.ai. Super helpful. Now, we have this accelerator blocks again up here, and surprising enough, Gradient has also given us PDF extraction. This is another block, and also audio transcription. All right, so we now got rag collection, as we said here. And what they have done again is that they have added accelerator blocks on top of it. So I'm going to delete this to make sure that we start all together from scratch. This is the mode I had in already. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit. So click the delete button, and then I have to enter the delete text down here, and then hit permanent delete rag collection. So what collection are we going to use? So how does this work, by the way, before that, is that we enter a page, a document. It's not a page. It can be a document of different extensions, and you're going to see that as well. And then it will go under index, be saved and indexed in the vector code, and then it will be extracted forward, questioned, and then exported and bring back the responses. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click create new. Then let me say I'm going to create a uh, travel guide collection. Hit create. Right. So these are supported formats now. We have text, PDF, CSV, MD, docs, and it must be at 10 MB each, right? So I have it already. I have it also up here. We're going to be referencing this later when we are questioning the model. But what the first thing to do at this time is to import your document in here. So this is what I'm going to do. Drop it in there, and then I'm going to upload it into the collection, take processing, and the next test will be ready. So once it's ready, it means it has been stored in the vector ready. So it's ready. Now, let me show you now at what point we add from this diagram. So we uploaded our document and it's in the management drug services and now it's in the vector database, right? So this is where we add. Now, we are going to go back here into the querying this specific document and we see how all this kind of cycle works up to when we get to the response. All right, so we have it in ready. Now, if I go to the model testing, just click this button down here, it should be able to query the document, right? So which model are we going to use? An amazing mixture 8x7b instruct is what we're going to be using. It's already selected for us on the top right here, and we're going to make sure that we are also selecting from the already created document. So we have a travel guide collection. This is the document we uploaded to the interface. Have it selected, and any question we type in here will be retrieved from this document. All right. So let's go back to our document up here. Let's see what we can query our model. Tell me about Fenway Park. Let's ask this. So uh, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me about Fenway Park. Yeah, Fenway Park. So enter. It's not going streaming. Let's go and compile a response and bring it back to us. So this is what we have. Fenway Park is a historic basketball stadium located in Boston, Massachusetts. First opened in 1992. Let me ask you, when was Fenway Park opened? Right? Probably it's already there. Now let me ask you the same thing. When was Fenway Park? Let me actually grab this right from up here. Let's it here. Open. Hit enter and let's see what response it will bring us back as. So 1912 was the year when Fenway Park was first opened. It is the home of the beloved Boston Red Sox. Amazing stuff. Right, that's awesome. So now we understand that the model works. Already tested, we got feedback. Let's now use Accelerator blocks powered by Gradient AI. So if we click on that, I will start with question and answer. I'm going to select the document again. This is what we have in our collection, and I'm going to ask it a couple of questions. Let's go back to our document and see what kind of questions we can ask it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. It's about this. What accommodation options are in Boston? See? So hit submit. Let's see what response will be brought back to us. You see, based on the contact information provided, there are several accommodation options in Boston. The Boston Harbor Hotel, located at 70 Allows Rough. Right. Now, let's ask more questions regarding this. Now, it's brought back to us that we have the Boston Harbor Motel. Assuming this is what you have as your first option, you don't want to go through all that again, everything, all this information. Now you want to ask about the Boston Harbor Hotel, right? So I'm going to clear the search again. I'm going to make sure that I select the document again. I'm going to ask, how can I contact this particular hotel? How can I contact the Boston Harbor Hotel, right? I should have actually just press submit. Generating response. To contact Boston Hotel, you can call them on the following phone numbers. This is amazing, guys. So we have the phone number right here in a couple of minutes, not even a minute, just like half a minute, and we want to confirm this number is actually the same as in the document. So where is the Boston Harbor Hotel? So Boston Harbor Hotel, we got this phone number here. It's really said the same number that we have in the document, same number that has been returned back to us. See how powerful this is. So let's test another block. Now, document summary. So how this works is that it will break down a big chunk of information into a length that you want to receive it. So let me use this information, for example, copy this, and I'm going to paste it back in our interface, and then ask it about to bring us back a response in short, medium, and long form. So starting off, let's use short form. Yeah, it will summarize all this information into a short form. So click short, click submit, and let's see what gets back to us. See, the speaker had a holiday party too. You see, it's so short. Now let's select a medium now, a medium response. That was our option. Click select, you see, It's a bit more of information provided back to us, and a click long should be giving us more information now back to us. See, such a nice tool to use, and this is what we basically used. We implemented, and the good part about these blocks that you can use one block on top of another. You can even use three blocks at once, creating a more robust and powerful tool, AI chatbot or something like that, or whatever application you want to use this tool for. So sentiment analysis is another block that I really love to use. And what is this about is that it's going to give you options. It's going to give you if the response is positive, if the response is negative, or it's neutral. And I'm going to show you how this works. Now, let's use Boston Harbor Hotel in this case. I'm going to copy the name. I'm going to paste it down here. And I'm going to say, um, let's say Boston Harbor Hotel, let's say, we are not we're not welcoming anyone. We're not welcoming anyone. I don't want to say that, but let's use this example and show you how this tool works. So if you say that and you click submit, you see the response that it gives you back to you, that it's negative. So this is a sentiment analysis. Does analysis of the information that you have provided. I'm just using a small context, small text, but assume that this is a whole big information. You don't want to go all that, but you want to have analysis. What is this all about? Now, let me say we are full now. Let me use that example. We are full tonight. Yeah, click that. See, it gives you back neutral response. It's neutral, it's not negative, it's not positive as well. Let's say we need more check-in. We need more check-ins. Check-ins. Let's do that. Click that. See, it's neutral now. Let's say we are welcoming new guests. New guests. Say that. Click submit. Positive. This is what sentiment analysis does, and I really like it, to be honest. Then you can go to personalization as well. We can use this. Let me also copy some another information from this document and use that and see what personalization actually does. Chicago is the third most populated in the city in America. Let me use this information and say we want to personalize our response and tailor it for under maybe 10. Tailor response for under 10. Under 10, let's say for under 10 years. Click submit. It's going to give us a simple response tailored for people under 10 years. Hey there, young adventures. You see how it does? Young adventures, because the model knows that this is for under 10 people, right? Are you ready to explore an amazing city? Chicago is the place to be, right? It's a big city and in the middle west of America with tons of cool things to see and do. See, now if you change this a little bit, let's tweak it and tailor the response for over 50 years. See that? Click submit. Going through everything, it did not take a minute to get us feedback. The ultimate destination for culture, entertainment, and relaxation. Now they know relaxation because 50 people, 50 years old people, they really need relaxation. They are looking for culture. They are looking for entertainment. This is what they want to do at that kind of age. So I really like this tool. So powerful. You can go through the entry extraction. You can go to PDF extraction, all that kind of stuff. But now let me show you how you can use this tool in code and how you can use these blocks in code, apply them in code and generate the same thing, right? Let's open our Visual Studio Code down here. Let me close this one right here. I'm going to create a new folder on my desktop right here. Let me call it a chatbot, right? So we have a chatbot right there. The folder is empty, newly created, nothing in there. And I'm also going to open my Visual Studio Code and drag and drop it in there. So maximize it to have a clear visibility. And the next thing I'm going to do is to create a new file in my folder. Let's call it gradient.py. Yeah, this is the Python extension that we're going to be looking at in this tutorial. All right, so I'm going to open my terminal down here and install gradient. So to do that, it's going to be pip Yeah, install gradient AI. Yeah. So if I click enter, should be able to install the packages. Requirements already exist. Perfect. It's because I have been using Gradient AI already, but you probably do this if it's your first time. All right. So I have everything in set for me. Now I can go ahead and install, import all the requirement libraries and functions to create this chatbot. How do we go about it? So I'm going to create import OS, and I'm also going to bring in my variables. Now I'm going to show you how we can import in the tokens. If I come down here, let me grab this for you really quick. All right, now we need our token and a workspace, and how we grab them, we're going to use this like this like container. So Gradient has an access token, and so Gradient has a workspace. Basically, what we're working on in our UI, so we're going to be using down here. But we cannot import them like this. We need to have an OS environment and wrap them in. So have full colony, and then I'm going to wrap my token in here. I'm also say, and I'm also going to do the same thing for the workspace. Yeah, copy this, paste it here, clear this, clear this. All right. So this is what we're going to do. How do we reach our tokens and workspace? Good, come back to your UI, click down here on the account, then select workspace. It will redirect you to this page. So you need to have this. This is your workspace uh, access. So I'm going to grab this and then paste it down here. So workspace ID, paste it in there, and then our token is down here. So you're going to click on this next button, then create a new token. I'm going to create a new token, enter my password and submit. It's going to give us a new token. This is our new token down here. So I'm going to copy this and make sure that you revoke these tokens right after this video before you upload it to, you know, to the internet. Right. So I'm going to go back to our Visual Studio Code and paste this one right here. All right. So we have everything set up right now. So what are we going to do first? What are we going to do? Let me make sure I go back to our workspace, and we are going to look at Q&A Accelerator block first. So to do that, we need to import gradient. And how we do that is that we're going to basically import it from gradient.ai, our API that we installed earlier down here in the terminal, remember? So I'm going to paste this line here. This is basically from gradient AI, we are importing gradient. This will be our function. And this is how it works. I'm going to create gradient down here. I'm going to declare it here, remove AI, and then create a function from gradient. This is basically how we do it. So we created this is like a variable, and we stored our function in this variable. So we'll be creating this variable, we'll be calling this variable to run this kind of functions. All right. So you remember we entered files here. We entered this file right here, and we can same way enter text input down here and then query this text. Same thing. So we have a document, we have a question. So this is what we're going to do in the Visual Studio Code. All right, so I'm just gonna come down here and then copy. I can actually copy this document and then use it here. Show this small letter, and then I'm going to feed it with information. All right. So I'm going to give it information, and then we're gonna have an answer, so equation as well, and then we're gonna feed it. I'm gonna feed this holder with a question, right? So I hope it makes sense. Same thing. We have document, we have equation, we have our input, and also have let's say a function down here that's going to run our question here. All right. Now let's feed this information. I'm going to copy information down here where it's styled. All right. So since we have information that we can extract question from, let's now query this one. Yeah. Let's say what question, when Apple released the Apple Watch in 2015? So we can create a question around this statement. When was the Apple Watch released? Say, when was Apple Watch released? Yeah. All right. So we have a question, we have a document, same thing right here. We have see, same thing right here. We have a document and we have a question. So back to our Visual Studio Code, I'm going now to fill a question. Now, this will be this will be our trigger now. We have our answer. This is basically our function. So we have a function right here. stored in the gradient function, stored in gradient. We can say gradient fn or fc, and then copy this same thing and press it down here. Say gradient fc. See, it works same thing. This is just like a variable. All right, so we have source type. Source type is our document, and the value is our document. So we can now go ahead and print results, and let's see what will be our results given back us now. Let me raise this one up a bit, and I'm going to run it. See what will be the answer. Yeah, we have our answer down here, and it's 2015 is the year that Apple released the Apple Watch, right? So we have our answer here. Let's see. How was Apple Watch marketed? We can change it, may create another question down here. Say, how was Apple Watch marketed? Yeah. So let's run it again and let's see what answer will be brought back to us. Say answer, say Apple gave an array version of the Apple Watch to celebrities like Beyonce. Is it really? Let's check that. Okay, see, Apple gave an array versions of its celebrities like Beyonce, featured in the fashion publications like all this kind of stuff. Nice, really nice. Yeah. All right. So since we saw how the question and answer works, Now let's see. Let's see how document summary works in the code. All right. So I'm going to add one more function. Starts from gradient. You're going to add another function for the document summarization. So this will be summarize paragraph and length. This one right here. So we're going to create let's see, let's call this it's going to be summarization, and then come down here, and it's when I'm going to import my document again. Let me create another document down here. So we have that in cool. Let me actually remove this so we don't have the issues. Let me comment it out. Now we have this one right here. All right, so what we did basically, we have a whole document and we have an example. If you come back to our interface, see we have examples right here. We have a document and then we have an example, a source, a sample source document to train our model up here so we can get fine-tuned results. So this is what we have done. So we have another document. This is an example, what we to look at, and this is how to summarize it. This is what we are looking at in this case. All right, so I'm going to now grab this question, grab this basically function down here, and it will be gradient, summarize. Let's see if I have uh, gradient AF, let me remove this one. So this is a function. Say, you can say gradient function, copy this one, then bring it down here. So gradient fx, then summarize, document, and then example. So if I run, let me copy this, and I'm just going to print it down here. I'm going to copy these results. Example, this is basically a function that we're going to be running and see if we can get some results, summarize it from all this whole big document. Yeah, a chunk of information. Right, so just going to click run. It will print results from our example, and here is the summary. Apple is promoting various apps for its Vision Pro headsets. So a very quick summary about this whole big document. See, it's a whole big document down up here, and we have it summarized in our terminal just by running a simple command in a very few lines down here, right? All right, so let's look at personalization, how it works using code. I'm going to uh, come down and comment this one out, paste it down here, and I'm also to say, basically, if you can remember in the personalization, we also entering document and we have target audience, right? So this is the same thing that we're going to, this is the same approach that we're going to do in the code. So I'm going to copy audience description. I can say audience description, and then describe what audience I want this whole document to be tailored for. You remember we said we can tailor for under 10 and under 50 people. we can do the same thing we can do the same thing here. So we can say someone who loves, let's say, someone who loves playing action adventure RPGs. I can use the same question, the same audience description. All right. Then I'm going to use the same format of retrieving answers from the document. I have my gradient. I need to bring my gradient AF. This is a function basically. I'm going to paste it down here to make sure that we have our function running. All right. Then we're going to have our audience description down here. It should not be it should not be this, it should not be this case. So our audience description, and we can now run a print on this function. So I'm going to keep copy run. Let's say print, paste it in, and then check our terminal. Let's see what values we have. If this will be tailored for people who love spraying action adventure RPGs. So if I click run, should be getting a response on that. Say expected keyword argument for this disk. Okay, so this would be anyway. Let's use description down here, right? And let me run it again. Audience description. Let me run it again. See what we get. All right. So gradient right now is using keywords to specify results. So this should be gradient, and this all information is in the documentation. I'm going to show you that. So gradients using keywords, they are predefined to specify results. So what you can only change are the variables, but you cannot change the keywords that they already have predefined on their API. I hope this makes sense. So this is why I basically changed only this when we had an error. So we have a personalized document brought back to us. All right, so wrapping up this video, I just want to take you through the documentation really quick so you see how you can use gradient and all that kind of stuff easily. So this is the documentation. I have left the link down in the description. You'll be able to access this documentation via that link. On top of that free access to the UI and the interface, you also have a documentation. This is what we're talking about. So just going to go via get started. Just come down here and you have all this information. There's a lot of information down here, so variable and so important that will guide you through through your creation of robust application that you're about to be diving into. Yeah. So you have the SDK, quick start, you have Python, there's all the information about that, how it works, Python SDK, and then you have they will show you actually down here. If you see, you can set up your environment if you're gonna use an SDK like we used. All right, so wrapping up this video, I want to take you through the documentation provided by Gradient really quick. Yeah, this is what we have. So on top of free access to the UI, free access to the interface, you also have a whole big documentation that you're gonna be leveraging and utilizing every information that's in there for your next big application. All right, so if you click get started, it will bring you to the guides. So in the guides is where you have a lot of information how to install workspace. For example, if you want to install an SDK like we did, you have a quick guide on how you can set it up, right? So you have information about the installation, how you can install Gradient, how you can import it. Sorry about that. Let's close it. We have the authentication requirements and all this stuff that we already looked at. Here, the accelerator blocks that you're going to be maybe testing out if you want to. So you have the RAG, you have PDF extraction, Q&A, and you have also information. They guide you how it works on the interface and how it works on the code part, right? Such important stuff. All right, so then if you are looking for APIs on how you can reach these endpoints, Gradient also has this for you. It's really nice to see that we have endpoints that we can reach to creating the same kind of applications, same kind of chatbots and all kind of stuff you want to be building, right? So we have API reference up here. So you have an entity extraction, same thing. Accelerator blocks, all of them are down here. You see, document summary, document personalization, all this kind of stuff. And on top of that, you also have so many languages that you can use. Here are so many. List them. Swift, Ruby, R, PowerShell, HTTP, PHP, all this kind of stuff. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you find it valuable. Let us know if you have any questions regarding this. We'll be happy to get back to you, or maybe to assist you on how to create them, maybe take you through on how you can create them. Just comment below. I'll be happy to guide you on how you can go ahead and create your own chatbot using Gradient AI. Thank you guys. See you in another video.